Hey everybody, good morning. I'm Alec. So today I want to talk about attracting your life partner. The top 7 mistakes that people make. So this is something that I'm sharing from personal experience. Most of these mistakes are mistakes that I was making and mistakes that I've seen a lot of people making when attracting a new person into their life. Specifically, we are working with the law of attraction to bring a new partner into our lives. I like to use the words divine partner, because what this does is it allows an openness for this person to be the person who really fits with their life pathway, our divine partner. So not just thinking about getting what we want, like physical characteristics, or they have a great job, they have lots of money, blah, blah, blah. But actually thinking about, what does our spirit, our soul need in a partner right now to proceed with our mission, to experience the unfolding of our soul's evolution. So that person, the person who is going to nourish that growth and who's going to challenge you and who's going to push you gently into the place where you desire to go, to love you the way that not just you want to be loved, but the way that you need to be loved. That is what I consider to be a divine partner. And I believe also that spirit knows, that our subconscious self and our higher self knows the answer to this question, knows what this person is like, and knows how to find them. So with that said, I'm going to share what I consider to be the biggest pitfalls that people experience while doing this work, while attracting a partner. So number 1 is focusing on the past. Your past does not determine your future any more than the wake is driving the ship. However, especially when it comes to love, people think that their past experiences of love are equal to their potential for love. So oftentimes, if people have been hurt a number of times, if they've had somebody leave them or cheat on them, or if they've had a relationship end badly, they are either consciously or subconsciously telling themselves that this is what it's like to be in love. This is what will happen if I fall in love again. And if that's what you're telling yourself, if you're telling yourself that love will always lead to pain, there's going to be some part of you that is trying to keep you safe, that is pushing it away. Okay? So we need to build a new association with love if we want to relate to it in a different way. We need to change our relationship with love if we want to experience a different kind of love. So there's a lot more to be said about this, but I'm just going to keep this video short and get to all of these top 7 so that you guys can really watch out for them in your own behavior. So again, the past does not equal the future. We're co-creating reality in the present moment, and we do not have to make it like it was. That's a choice. It's a choice that we get to make. So another thing, actually, before I move on, is really identifying what are these stories that we're telling ourselves that are holding us back, keeping us in a place that is not what we desire out of our love life. So what I like to do with my students is we identify what this old love story is, and we do a ritual release of this story. We make a decision to write a new story. So I'd recommend that exercise for you as well, is identifying what is your old love story. What are your limiting beliefs with regards to love? And how can you form new ones that are going to move you forward into the place of growth and fulfillment and authentic connection? All these things that people are seeking from relationship. So remember here, I'll say this once, I'll say it 1,000 times. You are whole and complete as you are in this moment and in every moment. We'll get to that more later. So number 2, the biggest mistake that I see with manifesting, attracting love is waiting for a relationship to be happy. Really in life, if we're waiting for any external circumstance to manifest before we're going to allow ourselves to be happy, then we are stuck. We're in a trap. Because what happens when you do that is that thing comes along and then you kick the can down the road, as they say. You are then in a state of waiting for the next thing to be happy, waiting for the next thing to be happy. And this is an infinite loop. So instead, what we need to do, and what is extremely attractive, is extremely good at attracting a new partner, is deciding to be happy before you meet that person. Because that type of energy is going to attract more and more people, more and more connections into your life. If you're waiting for a relationship to be happy, you're probably going to be waiting for a long time. And once you get there, you're going to wait for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And trust me, this is again from my personal experience. I see this pattern happening. It comes up again and again. It's like this next goal, that next goal, this next goal, then I'll be happy. No, you can choose to be happy today and every day. It's a choice that you get to make. So kind of dovetailing with this one, we have looking for another person to complete you. So I'll say it again, you are whole and complete as you are. And to truly attract a divine partner, to truly attract a partnership where two people are coming together from a place of wholeness, you must get there first before you decide, before you find your relationship. Now, if you're already in a relationship, you can still cultivate this. You can still do this. Everybody gets a chance to do this. Again, every single day, it's a decision that we're making of saying, I don't need to achieve this or be that or have this person in my life or have this car or have this money or anything to be complete. I am complete right now in this moment and in every moment. So looking for another person to complete you will always lead to more misery, because even once you get that person, if you find a person and you're telling yourself that this love completes me, then you're putting yourself in an incredibly vulnerable situation, because at some point you'll eventually be separated from that person. That's how it goes. The one and only true lifelong partner that you have and that I have and that everybody has is themselves. So understanding this and really cultivating that love relationship with yourself first is a tremendously powerful tool when it comes to attracting new love into our lives. Because for a number of reasons, but one of them is that energy of needingness, of needing somebody to complete you, is actually very repellent. It pushes people away. People can feel it immediately if you have a needy energy. And so coming from that place of wholeness and completeness does the opposite. It attracts people to you because you're saying, I have an abundance of love to give. I have an abundance. Okay, so number 4 is hyper-focusing on being single. If you're hyper-focused on being single and kind of telling yourself, this is not okay, I need to find somebody, again, you're projecting out this energy that is going to be repellent to people. So what can we do instead? What we can do is actually really enjoy the experience of being single. If you're looking for a lifelong partner, that means that your single time right now could be a very fleeting time that once it's over, never comes back, right? So it's this special moment where you get to be in this place of really a high level of freedom, of personal choice that does not exist in the same way when you're in a close love relationship, especially once you start raising a family with this person. So really embracing that feeling of being single and all the freedom that comes with that. And that type of energy, once again, is the type of energy that's very attractive. So yeah, enjoy that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful place that you are right now. Wherever you are, you can choose to take that perspective no matter what's going on. All right. So number 5 is not knowing your value. Not knowing your value means you're not seeing yourself as uh, somebody who is worth engaging with. And this most likely for most people is happening at a self level. It's like we're not fully valuing ourselves. We're not fully understanding how special we are. And so this comes down to the process of self-love. Really taking care of yourself, really valuing yourself. And another way to do this is to look at what do you value? So what do you value most? And then choosing to live your life in a way that those things are priorities. So you're valuing yourself by choosing to value your values. All right. And again, this energy is very attractive. If somebody who really takes good care of themselves, that energy is attractive. Self-care is sexy. And you can tell within an instant of meeting somebody how well do they take care of themselves. You can see it all over their body. It's their entire energetic field is broadcasting a message of how healthy am I? How well have I taken care of myself? And so this is not to beat yourself up for any mistakes that you make or bad habits that you have, but simply to understand that by caring about this, by paying attention to this, you are making yourself more attractive. People can feel that energy. And like I said, it's very attractive. Self-care is sexy. Self-care is a way of saying, I value myself. I care about myself. So number 6 is not knowing what you want. This is the one that my wife Emily really put a highlight on. Is women are so tired of trying to date men who don't know what they want. And I'll say the same is true in reverse, but especially women are so tired of dating men who don't know what they want. So what can you do if you're one of those men? It's on you to figure it out. I've wasted a lot of time searching externally, trying to figure out what I want, basically looking for somebody else's advice about what I want, which is completely ridiculous, right? You have the answer. You have the answer, and you can definitely, other people's input is actually important. You can get a lot of valuable information from other people, but in the end, it's like it's up to you to know, to tell from your life experiences, like what is truly important to me. What kind of life do I want to live? What do I value? What is my purpose here? Asking yourself all those questions again and again, because they do change over time. So really knowing yourself is what this comes down to. Who are you and what do you want? All right. And number 7 is getting caught up on material circumstances. This is like, oh, I don't have enough money to attract a partner. Oh, I don't have a good enough car to attract a partner. I don't have nice enough clothes to attract a partner. All those are stories, and all those are bullshit stories. It's just not true. You see homeless people in the streets who have partners, right? They probably, if you're watching this video, those people have less than you technically, but for whatever reason, they were able to believe that they were worthy of a partner, of love. And so that's a choice that you can make as well. And again, you don't want to wait till you get to some certain level of wealth or material possessions to feel like you are worthy of having a partnership. You are worthy when you decide you are worthy. That energy will attract that person or those people into your life. All right, so let me go through and I'm just going to bullet point list off these things again. Again, my wife put a highlight, especially on these last two. And finally, on that last one, it's manifesting financial abundance is actually a lot easier with another person. Having somebody else on your side, having somebody who you can work with to build up wealth over the course of a long-term relationship is easier than trying to get it all together yourself and then find somebody to jump in with you. So keep that in mind as well. It's something you can do together with your new partner, and you can put that into your manifestation. When you're envisioning this new partnership, put that into your manifestation if that's what you want. You're building wealth together. You're creating financial freedom together, because you can choose that if that's what you want. All right, so here's the bullet point list. Number 1 is focusing on the past. Number 2, waiting for a relationship to be happy. Number 3 is looking for another person to complete you. Remember, in this moment and in every moment, you are whole and complete as you are. Number 4 is focusing on being single. Negatively focusing on being single. If you love being single and you're really enjoying it, that could actually be very attractive. People find that to be attractive. I know when I was in that mind state, I was attracting a lot of people, but I wasn't ready to be in a relationship with them, so it wasn't really exactly working out, but it was attractive to people. And I think something that comes with that is kind of like this carefree confidence. If you can cultivate a carefree confidence, that's a trait that is very attractive to people. All right, number 5 is not knowing your value. It's really important to know your value, and you do this first. You are the first and best example of how to love you. So really valuing yourself is the way to know your value. Number 6 is not knowing what you want. As soon as possible, every day, getting clear about what do you want, what do you need, what are you doing, and why. All that stuff. The who, what, where, and why. All those questions are really important, because we as human beings, we need to have purpose. We need to have a goal. If we don't, we are lost at sea. All right. Finally, getting caught up on material circumstances. Remember, you don't need to be rich. You don't need to have a perfect wardrobe. You don't need to have a fancy car to attract a partner. You can attract a partner and build up your wealth together. It's a choice that you get to make. So I hope this list has been helpful for you guys. If you enjoyed this content, I really appreciate it if you like it, comment on it, subscribe to my channel. It helps me to reach more people, and it helps me to reach you. Finally, I'm doing a manifestation course. The new one is coming up soon. I have more spaces in it. So what we're doing in this is we are studying the theory and we're studying the theory and practice of working with the law of attraction. So practicing changing our energy to manifest circumstances in our lives. Understanding the universal laws so that we can work in conjunction and flow with the laws as they are instead of accidentally or intentionally trying to fight against them. So if this is work that you want to do, if you would like to do something like this in a live course, working with other people, I invite you to join me. The price of this course is very affordable, and for 100% back, 100% money back guarantee if you don't like it, if it's not useful for you. So it's really no risk at all, and you have a tremendous amount to gain. I love sharing this work, sharing these practices with people. So if you're interested, reach out, send me a message either here, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I'm pretty easy to reach. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.